What's up, you guys? Welcome to the channel. Welcome to another day, and welcome to another journey with your boy. Chuck it up. Hit it. Chuck it up. If you guys are new to the channel, make sure you guys hit that subscribe button and the notification bell so you know when your boy be putting up new videos, which is every day at 9 p.m. Because I want to take you guys on my journey to become a full-time entrepreneur. So make sure you hit that subscribe button for your boy. Chuck it up. I got a good one for you guys today, and it's talking about goals, setting goals, and the problems with having too many goals. So before I even get into that, I want to tell you guys a cool story about Warren Buffett and his pilot. So those of you guys that don't know Warren Buffett, he is one of, or if not the best investor of our time, billionaire. He is not about trading, like short-term day trading and all that swing trading. He's more of long-term holding. So if you guys are actually interested in stocks, and this is kind of different subject, but if you guys are interested in long-term trading and stocks, Warren Buffett's book, I read this book. It kind of goes through some of his thought process and on how he picks stocks. One of the tips that he chooses is staying away from companies that spend a lot in research and development. Research and development is basically trying to find a new product or a new service. So for example, like Coca-Cola, their research and development dollars are going to be less because they have the same recipe. They're not searching for new things to put out. Maybe here and there, you know, like orange vanilla Coke or something like that. But they're not spending a lot of their money in research development, if any, other than, you know, Nike or one of these other Dell, HP. They have to find the next new best technology and try to keep up with the market. He's more of sitting on, you know, tried and true companies that, you know, don't spend a lot of money with research and development. So this is a good read if you guys are interested and you guys are investor, or if you guys are interested in becoming an investor. I would definitely recommend this book. I'll leave a link in the description, but it's there. But anyways, Warren Buffett had a pilot. So he was Warren Buffett's pilot for X amount of years. It was actually a long time. I want to say 25 years. And Warren Buffett one day just went up to his pilot and was like, hey, you know, I'm not doing my job correctly if you're still working for me. And again, I'm paraphrasing with most of the story. He told his pilot, hey, you know, let's do an exercise. I want you to write down your top 25 goals. And there's no limit. You can write whatever goals you want, whatever you could think of. I need 25 of them. So the pilot does the exercise, creates his top 25 goals to himself, and then shows Warren Buffett. So he said, okay, cool, I have my top 25 list. You know, what's next? So Warren Buffett actually tells the pilot, okay, well, circle the top 5 as far as priority. The top 5 most important goals on that list, I want you to circle them. So the pilot goes back, and this was probably the hardest part, was actually trying to pick 5 out of the 25. So the pilot ended up, you know, selecting the 5 and bringing it back to Warren Buffett. So Warren's like, okay, cool, you have your top 5. So what are you gonna do with the other 20? Pilot's like, okay, well, I will spend most of my time on the top 5, and the 20 of them that I didn't select, but are still in my top 25, you know, when I have time, I'll go back and, you know, try to put in work on those and try to get those completed slowly but surely, but I'll spend majority of my time on the top 5. Sorry, I hit the desk. So Warren Buffett was like, no, that's the complete opposite of what you want to do. The top 5 is where you will spend most of your time trying to accomplish. And the 20 of them that you didn't circle are actually the 20 that you have just added to your avoid at all costs. So these are goals that you won't even think about putting work towards those until you finish something on your top 5. Once you finish something on the top 5, then you could figure out what's the next thing to bring up into the top 5, but that the other 20, those are on your avoid at all costs. And this is so true because I've been in this situation where I have all these great ideas. I try to work all of them at the same time, and I just don't accomplish anything or complete anything with any of the goals. I might make a little bit of room, or I might be getting closer and closer, but you move so slow when you're thinking about a whole bunch of different goals, is that you can't complete anything because you're always trying to figure out what's next. Whatever's on your mind is the most important goal at the time. That's basically how I operated in the past. This is basically how I operated in the past, and it was a big problem. So I actually took advice, or once I heard that story, which was about a year and a half ago, I actually took advice and got my own journal from Barnes & Noble. There's no paid product placement on this. This is a regular journal. So I actually, you guys see, Action turns knowledge into power, so you know it's your boys. I have my long-term goals on the left-hand side. I just wrote down all of my goals. And I could definitely read some for you guys. Become a day trader, become debt-free, become closer to God, make King of the Game a national brand, be happy, be positive, write a book, start a coffee shop, become a YouTube vlogger, create sports podcast. And some of these, you guys, it might sound familiar because I've done a few of these things. That again, these I've tried to do these all at one time. I used to day trade. I was vlogging for a bit. I had a sports podcast. Again, I was doing all these things at once. All these goals I was doing at once. And obviously it didn't help me at all. Let me cut it down to 5. And through that, now I have my top 5. And I'll share it with you guys because, again, we're trying to be transparent around here. So my top 5 right now are become closer to God. So that one is always going to be on the top 5 of the list. Become debt-free and handle money better. Body fat at 10 to 12%, which is why you guys see me running a lot more. Again, I'm trying to tackle these goals head on. Make KOTG self-sustaining. So my business, King of the Game, best in high school sports highlight, you know. But don't click on it yet. Click on it at the end of the video. It's up there. Check out the, all the proceeds that are at the KOTG shop, kotgmedia.com/shop. All the proceeds that, for the merchandise that we sell goes towards building a bigger platform for the athletes. So it actually goes into just, elevating the business. We want to be a national brand. We want to be self-sustaining. And then the last one to end my top 5 is build a YouTube channel. That was kind of cool. Let me do it one more time. So that's where you guys see me right now doing the YouTube vlogging and stuff like that. It's crazy because, again, I've had my experience where I was working on a whole bunch of things, and maybe I'll have my wife come on the next one and she'll tell you, man, I'm running like a chicken with my head cut off. I mean, I still do that now, but I had no real direction. Again, whatever was the most recent on my mind or whatever was on my mind at that time, the goal, that was the most important goal at the time. And I would kind of be like, okay, well, forget everything else. With 5, you kind of narrow everything down. You're like, okay, unless my free time where I could work on business stuff is not going to these 5, then I shouldn't be doing it. Everything, all of my free time that I'm working on business stuff should be going towards these 5 goals. And, that's just how it is. And to be honest, it's helped me a lot. For those of you guys that are creative and have like a lot of thoughts, a lot of good things that you guys are thinking of, like, oh, this would be a great idea to start something like that. It's one of those things where you just want to like step back, focus on 5 things. Because if you move that fast on 5 goals, then you're more likely to complete one of those goals than you are if you are thinking about 25 goals at once. So one thing that I do is I actually have a box here, and if you guys, so it's just says ideas on it. Basically, whenever I think of something, I just basically write it down and put it in my box. So, I won't look at it until I finish one of my goals. Unless it goes with one of my goals, I just stash it in this box, kind of lock it away until I finish one of my goals. Because again, if you start reading these and like, okay, well, dang, I could do that too. Then your top 5 becomes your top 6. Your top 6 becomes your top 10. Top 10 becomes your top 25, and then you back right where you started, and you don't want to be there. Trust me. So hopefully you guys find some value with this. Again, I would definitely recommend you guys get a journal. So one thing that I did do was after writing my long-term goals, I actually went through each one and put actions behind how do I obtain that. So for example, become a successful day trader. Read books about training and tips, watch videos prior to market open, going on Discord, because I was a part of a group, going on Discord to see what others were talking about, keep track of watch lists. Again, these are technical terms when it comes to day trading. But again, I went through every single one of my long-term goals and wrote down what it's going to take, what's needed to achieve that goal. So the top 5 that I'm on, all I have to do is go to that specific page and read, okay, this is what I need, and this is how I need to do it. So again, I would definitely recommend that. Some of you guys might be better with keeping notes on your phone or on your computer. For me, I don't really like writing things down, but I feel like when I write it down, I'm more likely to reread it. When it goes on my phone, it's gonna get lost. So I have this journal, again, Barnes & Nobles, whatever, Amazon. Get a journal wherever you guys want. And then also my think box, as far as my ideas, I have them in on some flashcards, basically. So hopefully you guys found some value in this video, and if you did, make sure you guys hit that like button for your boy. Make sure it's blue so I get that that count going, not the gray. And then also hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell, so when you get that notification on your Android phone, you know, Android, it's not a paid product placement, but Android, Google, if you know, 50 subscribers, that's a lot. You guys get that notification on your phone when you will be putting up new videos every day at 9 p.m. I know you're gonna be there anyways. Anyways, as always, action turns knowledge into power, and I'll see you guys next video.
Silky beat.